Hi, I'm Letitia Derrick.
And I'm Kate Ingram.
And we are Global Style Gypsy.
We arrived at about 6 a.m. in the morning as the sun was rising over the streets of Berlin. Berlin is 6 hours ahead of us New Yorkers, so I knew that the jet lag would catch up to us soon.
My gypsy bag goes with me everywhere. Even though the flight wasn't too bad, we definitely want to freshen up before heading to the hotel. A gypsy should always be prepared upon arrival. My gypsy bag has all my essentials to make sure that I am ready for the next adventure wherever we are in the world. I'm ready to take on Berlin streets until my jet lag takes over. The gypsies have arrived. The people, the fashion, and the parties. And to top it all off, it's Fashion Week here. No sleep till Brooklyn.
I'm excited to really get to see the young artist community here. I'm actively looking for a haven to settle into with my family. Berlin might be it.
Choosing what looks to pack was the challenge, and narrowing it down was even harder. The key was to pack for the weather and always have options, so if one look doesn't work, we have another one that'll back us up.
Of course, we're the Gypsies, so we love to overpack. You never know what your inspiration is going to be. We finally narrowed down our look, and day one was a huge success. The Berlin paparazzi loved us. And quite frankly, I think we did the damn thing. Don't you, Kay?
I think so.
You look amazing. What's your name?
Tamara.
Tamara Letitia. So nice to meet you.
Berlin style was incredible. The detail, the attention to the influence of what the inspiration was for every single look that we experienced under the tents at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week was nothing short of fun, imaginative, and really intriguing.
The first person we met with incredible style was Nicola. Her fabulous pink edgy haircut drew me right to her. We wanted to know who she was and what inspired her style. We knew that she had to be an artist, so we instantly felt connected.
Who said we were the only ones here by way of New York City? Ahmad, Justin, and David are from New York too. These three were so cute. They had great style inspired by global hip hop and were among friends wearing Sadak designs. I wanted to be down with their clique. The party definitely started with these three.
They definitely were gypsies, professional dancers and social butterflies, here in Berlin making a life and a name for themselves.
Usually no matter where you are in the world for Fashion Week, it's all black everything. So I couldn't help but stop in my tracks when I seen Leonard's house, turban in all white, sipping on an espresso in between shows. Come to find out, he's a local designer here in Berlin and happens to be showing his collection tomorrow. We will definitely be in the building to check that out.
Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week happens all over the world. So while here in Berlin, we definitely wanted to catch a few of the runway shows. August Tibble was a must. They are the toast of Berlin for provocative artistic expression by design. We also wanted to take a look at some of the ready-to-wear designers and emerging designers here in Berlin. Another day of serving fashion, day 2 of the Gypsy Chronicles. I was inspired by Russia today.
A designer's vision is always complete with hair and makeup. We had the opportunity to get a sneak peek backstage before the Tibble show with hairstylist Akim for Sebastian. Akim is a Berliner who lives in the Black Forest and has been doing hair for the designing duo for years. We had to find out more about this creative genius and his inspiration behind the runway looks.
When did you decide that this was the profession for you?
It's very simple. I grew up, my father and my mother, the hairdressers, very big, good hairdressers.
So it runs in the family. It's in the genes.
Yeah, it's in the genes, actually it is in the genes. I'm the 4th generation of doing hair and makeup. For me, in my opinion, it's the most beautiful business, the most beautiful job I ever could do. I mean, I can be really creative, I can work with different cultures. I work with humanity, and that's what I give, I get back from the client. And for me, it's really inspiring, making people happy, being really creative. And there are no borders in my mind. I'm really, I love to explore things. I'm getting a different impression of different cultures. Through traveling all around the world, picking up some Japanese effects, some Afro effects, and mixing it in Europe, in my Black Forest, and just molding it and creating it completely new.
Menswear here in Berlin is definitely defined in multiple ways depending on the industry you are in and what your budget can afford. Ivan Man was an incredible collection that embodied detail in a traditional way, using bold primary colors and innovative layering. The presentation was reminiscent of a museum with models on pedestals under bright lights. This definitely was a good way to allow us to get into the details as much as possible.
I am so excited to see the Ayana Chialaku presentation.
We have a Letitia moment coming down the runway. This jumpsuit is everything. Hashtag Gypsy Hot. The Rhino digital print has so much detail.
This collection is so translatable anywhere in the world. I absolutely love almost everything. The details of fringe, print, and appliques in one collection gives so much feminine edge. Oh, and that jumpsuit will definitely be a part of my personal collection for sure.
One-piece dressing, or shall I say, matching two-piece sets, are my absolute favorite because it's simple, clean, and allows you to be adventurous with your accessories. It's a little cold here in Berlin, so layers are ideal for the Gypsy on the go.
We gotta have it for the Gypsy online store for fall.
Fashion is glamorous, but it's also a business. While we were here in Berlin, we wanted to explore the trade of fashion here in Germany. Trade shows are where buyers from the region go to see the best collections and buy merchandise for their stores. Many times, this is where the talent without the ability to do a runway show resides.
Since Global Style Gypsy has an online store launching soon, we had to make sure we attended the premium trade show here in Berlin to see if there were any gems for our gypsies at home.
So people have always asked to our model, this would probably be the one instance that works.
I am in love. You are giving me Little Black Riding Hood, okay? Yes. Look at those pockets.
Yeah.
You know I'm all about a good pocket.
Is it slendering though?
Forget about the slender. It's about the volume in this piece. You just wear something a little
Skinny
slimming
on
on
the bottom.
bottom, and it's about the volume on top with this.
So cute. What is that?
Chocolate. You just asked her how to say it.
I didn't know.
That's what she was saying. It's chocolate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nothing else can fit in that bag.
I need one of these today.
Okay. So how old is the brand? How long have you been doing
I
this?
started 2008, since 2008, 10 years, exactly 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you love what you do, obviously.
Yeah, because that's all coming from my inside, you know?
Mm-hmm. So you're very passionate about it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to make hats, because when hat is not so good, it's just a hat, you know, right? So you can
So the transformation of
yeah.
it.
Shape it. Love this. What was the inspiration behind this?
This is like it's all handcraft, and actually the one you are wearing is called seed. It's the mix of all the different manufacturers together. If you see, it's like a kind of patchwork of all the different manufacturers all together. It's everything like handmade by these South Italian women. We always use old or antique manufacture together with our aesthetic, which is one step into the future. To create this syncretism of the past and something which has to come.
Yeah.
FOB Paris watches are amazing.
Mine is Swiss.
Okay.
Rollner. Yes. And Stein. Stein.
Got it.
Stein Rona.
Steinrona. See, that you say it with
It's in
such.
English.
So you guys are friends and in business together.
Yes.
How do you balance that?
I think it's just work.
Just
Just do. I think we have like kind of when we talk alone, we have kind of own communication. Like we don't say anything. Not any. Or one start and the next.
And the other one
finishes
finishes.
the
Very
sentence.
similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
comes to Berlin with no plans to shop?
Nobody.
Not the Gypsies, that's for sure. So for us, we really wanted to take in as much as possible. Berlin is known for emerging designers with extreme talent. And for us, vintage always sets the stage. So we wanted to take a look at the vintage scene here in Berlin, and we set out to check out Pick and Wait.
Me and my Gypsy sister were all on Instagram shopping vintage by the pound. Pick and Wait is an interactive concept that allows you to shop from a well-edited selection that's priced by color codes. Once again, I scored another piece that my Gypsy sister over here couldn't fit. This vintage 60s leather jacket, I would say in mint condition. What do you say, Tish? You mad or not?
I was mad, hell yeah. But at the same time, who better to have it than my Gypsy sister? So it's all good.
That's right. As Gypsies, when we travel, we search for global gourmet to fit our palate and our pockets. Depending on the currency and its conversion, sometimes it works in our favor and sometimes it doesn't. How much? Now, you know in New York City, they will charge you like $7 for a little bit of olives like this. And they're not even half as good.
There's your midnight snack.
$2, yes.
Because the dollar is not in our favor here in Berlin, and there is life after Berlin, we decided to try to stick to a budget of $40 per day for food. This meant if we cheated one night, we paid for it the next.
Between running to shows and trying to fit in all the sites, food was definitely an afterthought. We had quite the experience of culinary highs and lows.
Lunch bites while blogging and downloading between wardrobe changes was at Elephant Thai. This restaurant was absolutely delicious and hearty. It was fresh, authentic Thai food made to order literally around the corner from our hotel. I know it's so American of us, but when you don't have time to explore options, you go for what you know. The Kudam neighborhood was really a modern downtown location full of quick food options that worked as lunch options for us.
During our night out on the town with local artists and Berlin's elite, we had the opportunity to indulge at Cookies and Cream, greeted by an incredibly unique cocktail menu, and then ushered into the dining room for a delicious 4-course vegan meal.
Thank God chivalry isn't dead, because this meal was definitely over our Gypsy budget of $40 per day. By day 3, we were really in the mood for a good, hearty breakfast. We had been functioning on Starbucks and croissants for days now. We decided to indulge and have brunch at Chips.
Chips is a vegan restaurant that is known for its incredible vegan brunch. It is just what we need to start our day off right.
You happy now? You happy now?
I'm happy now.
You gotta get some food in you, huh? Gypsies need nourishment.
You already know this.
You try first.
See how you roll?
Oh, this has sausage in it.
It does? No, that's mushroom.
Oh my God.
That's just like a steaky
It's
portobello
so
type.
good.
When I was vegetarian, I lived off mushrooms.
Oh, don't mix the fruit and the coffee. You know what happens. I didn't say anything. Only you and I know what happened. Only you and I know.
I'll whisper it at the table. We were looking forward to the MARKTHALLE since we arrived in Berlin. MARKTHALLE is a weekly food bazaar with over 100 food vendors from all over Berlin. It's like doing one big giant tasting all night long, and there is wine involved as well.
We ended the experience with desserts ranging from waffling with fresh raspberry and basil sorbet to pastry too pretty to eat.
Spend a lot of time to find the right fish for it, and this one just the consistency is
so this fish is can you pronounce it?
Corvina.
Corvina?
Corvina.
And it's only found in Peru?
No, Corvina is found in the Pacific, also in the Indian Pacific, so you find it in other areas. And this one is actually from in the north of France. Better the way out.
Ready?
Imperative.
Right. Oh my God. That is everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it is the most typical one for ceviche in Peru.
Yeah, it's so good, and I love ceviche. This is some of the best ceviche I've had.
Art is one of the main industries here in Berlin. Many people migrate to Berlin for freedom of being able to pursue their art and survive at the same time. This is harder to do in other parts of the world due to the cost of living. We had the pleasure of meeting Miss Della Vassiere and were intrigued to view her work.
We were excited to get started on our cultural tour, hosted by Ari Cloak of Beat Tours.
Okay, danke. Wir wollten einfach... Danke, tschüss.
Tschüss. I love how they say thank you. Tschüss.
We took a deep breath at this visual, as it marks the event of the Holocaust under Hitler's reign and all the lives that were lost.
It's pretty easy to navigate. It seems like it's not extremely confusing. Like London's train system is great, but it's a bit confusing because there's so many trains and there's so many colors and lines.
But is that because Ari's with us, or is it because...
No, and I just chose the wrong direction. So, well, you just said it's not confusing. I just took us. See,
is that
two
the map?
different trains on this platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're not. Neither of them are going
the ones that we need.
It just said you won.
So
we're going to turn around.
Okay.
And go back up.
All right.
I love how wide the platform. The platform is huge.
As Gypsies, our goal is to always immerse ourselves in the culture of each country that we visit. Not only are we inspired by style and fashion, but the culture and the rich history that comes with truly experiencing all that a country has to offer. Berlin's history is deep-rooted in struggle, whether that be the struggle between the Germans and the Jews, which resulted in the Holocaust and the loss of thousands of lives, similar to that of the slave trade, or the struggle in the politics of the Afro-Germans and the Africans that are seeking asylum in Germany that make up about 2% of the general population. Germany has such a vast culture and such a vast history. I mean, it's a combination of German history, Jewish history, African history, Afro-German history, all combined into one culture, coexisting together.
Works for me, Gypsy sister. We've done it again.
Exposing ourselves to different cultures is so rewarding because it helps us to define and shape how we will influence our communities in the future.
Do you know that's the only thing that we didn't enjoy
What?
or get to indulge?
What is
the
this?
currywurst.
Currywurst?
Yeah,
What's
the
this about?
sausages, which is
Oh, but you don't even
the
eat...
German delicacy because we don't eat it. But
You eat pork.
you know,
I mean,
when
if
in German,
they have beef
when in-
sausage.
Bon voyage, Berlin. We didn't get to see all of this.
Did you just mix your languages?
Okay, I really did. When you become international, you tend to do that. You know? You mix your hellos and your goodbyes.
I think one of my favorites was Danke.
Danke.
And Guten Morgen.
Yes.
Maybe that's because that's all about all I know how to say. We learned a few phrases.
We did.
Auf Wiedersehen, Berlin. Bis später.
Basteta? Basteta? I don't know if that was it. Basteta?
Bis später.